Welcome back to my channel, everyone. For those of you new, my name is Keita-Marie, and here on this channel we do all things Pilates. For our Pilates flow, we're going to begin lying down on our backs with our knees bent, the feet hip width apart, and the arms just resting at the side of the body, palms pressed gently into the mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and you're going to slide your shoulders up towards your ears. And then as you exhale, you're just going to slide the shoulders and the hands down towards the hips and the feet. Relax the hands here now as you take another deep breath in, allowing for some space to be between your arms and your hips. And then as you continue to take your next deep breath in, you're just going to squeeze and pull your belly button down to the spine and engage your lower pelvic floor muscles. Deep breath in through your nose now, like you're smelling flowers. Allow only your ribcage to expand as you keep that tummy pulled nice and tight. And then you're going to release your pelvis forward and down through your hips to bring your pelvic triangle to a nice flat position to establish your neutral pelvic spine. Take a couple deep breaths here and just adjust the feet so that the feet are now hip width apart, with the heels just slightly in front of your knees. Relax the head, lengthen both the front and the back of the neck. And continue to breathe now, being aware of your abdominals as you continuously try to pull that belly button down to the spine, whether you're inhaling or you're exhaling. We're going to lift both arms up towards the ceiling, and we're going to bring the arms a little bit behind the head, just enough for the palms to face the ceiling, no more. Keep your shoulders on the mat as you circle the arms to the side, and bring those hands forward towards your feet, just beside your hips, keeping the arms slightly lifted off of the mat. Again, lift the arms up to the ceiling as you take a deep breath in. Reach the arms slightly behind the head. Keep your ribcage down as you circle those arms to the side. As you exhale, bringing the hands to reach forward. Let's repeat this 2 more times. Lifting the arms to the ceiling and bringing them behind the head, reaching them to the side and forward. 1 more time. Actively pressing not just belly button to spine, but ribcage down towards your spine as well. Now leave the hands here with the palms facing the mat. We're going to keep the neck nice and long, using those same muscles in the ribcage. Lift the head up, lift the shoulders up, slide your ribcage to the hips as you reach your hands towards the backs of the feet. Hold it here, take another deep breath in, and then slowly release your shoulders and your head back to the mat. Repeat. Inhale, press the ribcage down. Use those muscles, not your neck, to lift your head and your shoulders up. Reach the hands towards the back of the feet as you actively connect your ribcage towards your hips. Then release the shoulders and the head back to the mat, but keep the arms slightly lifted. 2 more times. Deep breath in through your nose, lifting head and shoulders up. Exhaling through your mouth, sliding ribcage towards hips. Pull the belly button to the spine as you inhale, release shoulders to the mat. Exhale, release the head down. 1 more time. Lifting head, lifting shoulder blades up, slide ribcage towards your hips. And then hold it here. We're just going to bring our right shoulder towards our right hip in kind of a side crunch. Bringing the fingers of your right hand towards the back of that right leg. And then bring that torso back to center. Still keeping the shoulders off the mat. And let's do the same thing on the left side. So you're bringing left shoulder towards left hip. And then bring to center with that torso. Again, so to the right shoulder to right hip and center. And to the left shoulder to left hip and center. Keep going to the right, keeping that head and shoulders lifted, using your upper abs, and to the left. And come back to center. 1 more set. To the right, squeeze the belly button down to the spine, and to the left. And center. Release shoulders and head to the mat. We're going to lift the arms up to the ceiling and bring the arms a little bit behind the head as we had before. Keep the shoulders on the mat now and take a deep breath in, lifting them straight up above your shoulders. Exhale now, use your upper abs to lift the head and shoulder blades up, and inhale, roll up. See if you can bring your torso up. If you have a little bit of difficulty, you can take your hands to hold the back of your legs to help you to pull your torso up. If you also need to adjust your feet by sliding those feet forward, you may do so as well. Stay here with your shoulders down. You're going to scoop and actively pull the belly button in towards the spine. And I want you to release your pelvis forward and down through the hips as you come to a nice long seated spine position. Inhale here now. Let's lift the arms up just a little bit higher. You're going to scoop that tummy in, tuck your tailbone under, and gradually release the spine down. Squeezing those lower pelvic floor muscles. Really release the spine, notch by notch to the floor. releasing shoulders and head, and then bringing the arms once again just a little bit behind you, just enough for the palms to face the ceiling while we keep the shoulders and the rib cage down. Let's repeat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, peel head and shoulder blades off. Inhale, rolling up as you reach your arms beyond your legs, bringing your forehead towards your knees, actively scooping that tummy inwards and upwards behind your rib cage towards your spine. Then release your pelvis through your hips, lengthen the spine to come to sit in your neutral seated position. Then let's tuck the tailbone under, come into the C-curve spine, and gradually keep squeezing tummy, keep squeezing those lower pelvic floor muscles, releasing that spine down to the floor, notch by notch. Release shoulders and head to the mat, bring the arms behind you. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, peel head and shoulder blades off. Inhale, rolling up, bringing your torso up and over your thighs, forehead towards your knees as you exhale. Release pelvis through hips, come to a nice long seated position, lifting up to the top of the head, shoulders down but the arms stay long. Pull tummy to spine, tuck your tailbone under, curve that spine into a capital C and gradually release the spine down. 1 vertebrae at a time to the mat, releasing shoulders and head, and then bringing the arms slightly behind you. 1 more time, lifting those arms up, peel head and shoulder blades off, squeeze the tummy in, rolling up in your C-curve spine to bring your forehead towards your knees. Then slowly release your pelvis through your hips, lengthen the spine to come to sit. Now let's bend the elbows. We're going to overlap the hands, and we're going to place those hands on top of the forehead, almost like we're trying to glue them to the forehead. Gently press those elbows to the side. You're going to scoop that tummy in, taking that C-curve down towards the mat. And then stop just at the point when you start to feel yourself start to shake a bit. Hold it here. Scoop that tummy in some more. Squeeze your lower pelvic floor muscles. And bring the torso up and over, back towards the knees. And then release and lengthen the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the head to come back to your seated position. Slide your shoulders down and let's repeat. Scoop that tummy in, tuck tailbone under. Hold it here. In that C-curve spine, really scoop that tummy inwards and upwards behind rib cage, and then bring the forehead towards your knees as you actively continue to pull the tummy into the spine, and then release your pelvis through your hips, lengthening and lifting up to the top of the head. 1 more time. Tuck your tailbone under. Hold it here. Squeeze that tummy in, and then slowly bring your forehead towards your knees and lengthen the spine to come to neutral. Let's remove the hands from the head. Let's extend the arms in front of you, palms facing each other. Roll the shoulders back and down so you can really relaxing those shoulders, lengthening your neck. Pull up to the top of the head. Let's scoop that tummy in again and come into the C-curve. This time we're going to bend our right elbow. Our head is going to follow that elbow as it pulls back behind us, twisting in the waist. Keep your butt cheeks cement to the mat. Bring the arm to the side and forward. Lengthen and pull up that torso to neutral. Again, tuck tailbone under. Bending left elbow, looking towards that left elbow as you twist at the waist. Keep your right arm pretty much stable. Bring that elbow back to the side as you continue to twist in the opposite direction. Lengthen that arm forward and use it to pull and lift the torso up to center. Shoulders are down. Again, squeeze that tummy in, pull into your C-curve. Pull that right elbow back, twisting at your waist. Then bring the arm to the side, reach the arm forward, pull up to center. And squeeze the tummy in, bend your left elbow, twisting at the waist, pulling it behind you. Then bring the arm to the side and forward, pulling and lifting to center. 1 more time. Squeeze the tummy in, bend your right elbow, twisting as you pull it behind you. And twisting at the waist, extend the arm forward, lifting up to neutral spine. Last time, tucking tailbone under, bend your left elbow, pulling it behind you. Then bring the arm to the side and forward and lift up to center. Relax through those shoulders now. Let's relax the arms and bring the hands to the back of your legs. Squeeze that tummy in. We're going to tuck just that tailbone under, but keep that lengthening in the spine, keep that opening in the chest, and let's walk the legs in towards the body a little bit closer. And then really scooping the tummy in, we're going to lift the heels off the floor. Come onto the tips of the toes, pulling those toes in towards the body even more. So it's just until just the tip of the toes only are gently brushing the mat. Keep the elbows close to the body and the shoulders down. Now we're going to slowly start to lengthen our right leg. And I want you to only go as far as you can go. So if you can't go all the way, that's fine. And then slowly bend that knee and release. the toes down to the mat. Same thing on the left side. As you lengthen that leg, it goes without saying that you're still scooping and pulling in that tummy. Bend that knee and bring the toes down to the mat. But I also want you to think about maintaining that lengthening the spine. So as you extend your leg, extending your right leg, make sure that your torso isn't rocking backwards. And bend that knee and bring it down. And extend your left leg. And bend that knee. Bring the toes to the mat. Let's do one more set. Extend the right leg. Bend that knee. Bring the toes to the mat. Extend the left leg. As far as you can go, bend your knee and bring the toes to the mat. Now let's lift both legs up. First, bringing those knees in line with our knees for now. Squeeze the tummy in and use your abdominal muscles to pull your shoulders and your thighs closer together. Drop the chin to the chest now. Let's scoop in the belly and let's inhale and rock back. And exhale, rock up to the balance. Let's do that again. Remember to scoop in that belly first and rocking back. That's why your lower back has to be curved, and then rocking back up to the balance. Trying to hold it here. Still lifting up to the top of the head while you maintain that lower back curve. Again, scoop in the tummy and roll back. And roll up. Good. One more time. Scoop in the belly and roll back. And roll up. Good. Now you're going to extend your right arm to the side, reaching the fingers forward, and we're just going to open that arm to the side. Looking towards that arm as you twist at the waist again, and then bring that arm forward and come to hold the right leg. Same thing on the left side. So extend the left arm forward, twist at the waist as you open the arm to the side. Bring that arm side and forward and bring it back to the leg. Extend and release the right arm, opening to the side. Bring the arm to the side and forward and bring it in. And you don't have to hold the leg. If you're advanced, you can keep both arms extended, reaching away from the leg as you twist to the left side. Bring the arm to the side and forward. One more set. Open right arm to the side. Bring it back to the side and forward. And bring the left arm to the side. And then bring it to the side and forward. Take both hands to hold the legs again. And slowly bend the knees, bringing the toes and the feet to the mat. And slowly lift the torso up to come to your seated position. We're going to place our hands on the mat now. We're going to bring our hips forward some more. And we're going to bring the legs a little bit closer together as we prepare now to go into or roll over. So you're going to scoop that tummy in, tuck that tailbone under again. Slide those feet in, come onto the tips of the toes, and maintaining this distance as much as possible between your chest and your thighs. You're going to slowly lift the legs up as far as you can go. Good. Now hold it here. You're going to drop the chin to the chest. Take your hands to the mat and let's roll over with the torso, reaching the legs behind you. If you need to support your lower back, just bend your elbows and press your palms into your lower back. Now scoop that tummy in, and we're going to try and maintain the distance between our head and our thighs as long as we can as we roll back up to a balance. And when you roll up to the balance, you can either hold your legs, or if you're intermediate or advanced, you can extend your arms. Remember, if you need to bend your knees here, you may do that as well. You don't have to keep the legs straight. So let's try that again. Place the hands on the mat, drop the chin to the chest, scoop the tummy in and roll over. Reaching the legs behind you. Try to not have the legs too wide apart. The legs should not be wider than the width of your shoulders. And do not move your head from side to side. Keep your head centered, looking straight up to the ceiling between your legs. And then scoop the tummy in, let's roll back up. And again, you can hold your legs if you need to, or release your legs. Wherever you are in your practice, there are various modifications that you can use. Again, place the hands on the mat, drop the chin to the chest, roll over, reaching the legs behind you, keeping those legs nice and long. Try not to think about having them touch the floor. As much as possible, you want to have them at the level of your hips. And then squeeze the tummy in, roll back up to your balance. And let's hold this for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Then we're going to bend those knees and slowly bring the feet to the mat. Now let's bring those legs a little bit closer so that they're now exactly hip width apart. Sitting with the spine straight, so adjust your lower back if you need to. As we return to our neutral seated position, you're then going to extend your arms. Once again, roll the shoulders back and down. You're going to pull the tummies in and just come back a little bit in your C curve, just enough to bring the shoulders just behind your hips. Now you're going to squeeze your tummy in and lengthen your right leg. Keeping that right leg there, you're going to slowly release the spine down to the floor. Maintain the lengthening in the leg. As you release shoulders and head to the mat, bringing the arms slightly behind you. Make sure to keep the shoulders down. Then you're going to lift those arms back up to the ceiling. Peel head and shoulder blades off. Squeeze the tummy in as you roll up, reaching your hands up towards your right leg. Hold it there, and with control, bend that right knee. Place that foot on the mat. Let's repeat on the left side. So lengthen that left leg, really lengthening it away from the body. Scooping that tummy as you slowly roll down. Articulating that spine notch by notch to the mat. Release shoulders and head. Arms come up naturally and then come behind your head. Then inhale, using your upper abdominals, lift your arms up. Lift your head and shoulder blades up. Roll up through your C-curve spine, reaching hands up towards that left leg. And then slowly bend that knee, place the foot on the mat. Let's repeat again on the right side. So lengthen right leg, squeeze the tummy in, rolling down. One vertebra at a time. Releasing shoulders and head, bringing the arms behind you. Then lift the arms up, rolling up. Coming up to your seated position. Bend that knee, lengthen left leg. Squeeze tummy in, rolling down. One vertebra at a time. Release shoulders and head. Bring the arms behind you. Then lift them back up. Rolling back up to your balance. And bring that leg down. One more set. Extend right leg. Squeeze the tummy in and rolling down notch by notch. Releasing the spine to the floor. Bring the arms behind the head. Then lift those arms up to the ceiling. Squeeze the tummy in. Rolling up, reaching hands up towards the feet. And bend that knee. Last one. Extending that left leg. Squeeze the tummy in as you roll down with control to the mat. Release shoulders and head. Bring the arms behind you. Then lift the arms up to the ceiling. Peel head and shoulder blades off. Roll up. And come back to your balance and release that leg. Now we're going to bring our elbows back to the mat behind us. Make sure the elbows are underneath the shoulders. So make sure you're not too wide apart. Pull them in a little bit. Elbows should be bent, preferably at a 90-degree angle, with your palms gently pressing to the floor, fingertips reaching forward beside your hips. We're going to bring the legs a little bit closer towards the body and lift up through the torso. You don't want to be sinking in that chest. You want to be lifting up through the chest, pressing actively into those forearms. Squeezing the tummy in and releasing the pelvis just slightly through your hips. You're not in a complete tucked position, but you're also not in an hyperextended position either. Now, connecting your abs to your thighs, you're going to lift those heels up, come onto the tips of the toes, pull those toes in, and we're going to lift those knees up above the hips. From here, we're going to extend the right leg out. Then we're going to inhale and switch the legs in the air, and then exhale, extend the left leg out, pulling that tummy in. Keep the torso nice and long. So switch and extend right leg, bending your left knee, and then switch, bend your right leg, extend your left leg. Inhale, switch, exhale, extend, lengthen the right leg, squeeze that tummy in. Inhale, switch, exhale, extend, lengthen the left leg. Inhale, switch, exhale, extend the right. Inhale, switch, exhale, extend the left. One more set. Inhale, switch, exhale, extend the right. Inhale, switch, exhale, extend the left. Bring that left leg in, and with control, slowly release both feet to the mat. Now let's bring both legs together. Thighs and knees, still keeping the lift in the torso. Squeeze the tummy in, pulling the thighs into the chest. And let's extend the legs out. And now you can choose how low or how high you want to have those legs. Make sure though that you're not feeling it in your lower back. Squeeze the tummy in. If you are, bring your legs up a little bit higher. Extend the legs. And squeeze and pull them in. Extend the legs. Squeeze and pull the thighs in. 2 more. And extend. Keep that lift in the torso. 1 more. And extend. Pull the legs in. Slowly bring the feet to the mat. And take a couple deep breaths. So we're going to keep the thighs and the legs together now. And we're going to do hip circles, where we're going to circle both legs in both directions, alternating. So pull that tummy in, pull the thighs into the chest. Let's extend the legs up to towards the ceiling. And again, you have the choice of making these circles as big or as small as you need to once you ensure that you're maintaining the alignment in your body. You also have the choice of slightly bending your knees if it's uncomfortable for you to keep the legs straight because your hamstrings are a bit tight. So once you start to feel like you're grabbing your quads, soften your knees a little bit, okay? So we're just going to go to the right a little, then down, then to the left, and then squeeze and pull and lift to center. Then repeat to the left and down, to the right, squeeze and pull into center. If your knees are slightly bent, it's the same thing. Just make sure the circle happens from the hips, not your knees. And center. Circle to the left and down, to the right, and center again. To the right, down, left, and center. To the left, down, right. One more set. Inhale, right, down, left, and center. And finally to the left, down, right, and center. Hold it center here. Let's see if we can climb our hands up our legs. Whether the legs are straight or bent, roll the shoulders back and down. Let's see if we can hold this nice teaser balance for 4 counts. Scooping in the belly, but lifting up in the chest, lifting through the top of the head towards the ceiling. Almost there. Last breath. Good. And then we're going to slowly bend the knees. Roll back onto the spine, bringing the spine to the mat. Lower the heels to our buttocks. Right hand holding right leg, left hand holding left leg. Release your spine down to the floor. Slide your shoulders down, center your head and your neck, and just gently rock the knees from side to side. Good, and bring those legs to center. We're going to now place the left foot on the mat. Let's flex that right foot. Place the right ankle on top of the left foot. Press that right knee slightly forward and then squeeze the tummy in to bring both hands to pull that left thigh towards the chest. Breathe here. Try not to lift too much of your tailbone off of the mat. Let's flex that left foot and extend that leg up to the ceiling. And you can continue to hold the leg here, or you can change the position of your arms to hold higher up along the leg. Just keep lengthening through your lower spine and pulling that tummy in to maximize that stretch. Then you're going to bend that knee, place foot on the mat, and let's switch legs. Bringing that right foot down. Let's place left ankle on top of right knee. Press that left knee forward. Both hands come to hold the right leg as you gently pull that thigh towards the chest. Breathe here. Pulling tummy to the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Then you're going to flex that foot, extend that leg to the ceiling. You can keep holding the leg where you are now, or you can change the position of that left hand to hold higher up along your leg. Remember to keep that tailbone down and keep that knee as nice and long as possible. Then bend that knee, place the foot on the mat. Let's release the legs. Let's also just release the hip flexors a bit. So let's just bring the soles of the feet together. Open the knees apart, away from each other, forming a diamond shape with the legs. Take your palms and place those palms directly on top of your inner thighs. Relax your arms on the mat and just breathe here. Allow gravity to do its work as it presses your knees down, so you can feel that nice stretch in your groin and along your inner thighs. Good. 2 more breaths here. 1 more. And then now we're going to move that left leg. We're going to bring it on top of the right leg. We're going to roll onto the right side of the body and then slowly press up using both hands. And return to a seated position with the legs crossed at the ankles and the knees bent. Rest your hands on your legs. Let's take your right arm out to the side. Lift that arm up and reach it all the way over towards the left side. Then lift the arm up and bring that hand to the mat. Let's repeat on the other side. Extending left arm, lift it up and reach it over towards the right side. And then lift the arm up and bring the hand down. Let's roll the shoulders. 2 more times as we continue to lengthen that spine from the tailbone. Then relax the shoulders now, relax the elbows. I'm going to turn the head to the right. Then turn the head to the left. Bring the head to center, drop the chin to the chest. And then lift the head all the way up to the ceiling. Bring the head to center. Thank you so very much for joining me for this Pilates flow. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel a lot, and it also helps me to know what kind of content you like. If you haven't already done so, please remember to subscribe to my channel and to hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload a Pilates video. Feel free to share this video with all of your friends and family, and remember to leave your comments. I like to read them. It helps me a lot in determining what to do next, what is helping you, what you like. So please leave a comment in the box below. Until I see you next time here on the mat, I am Keita-Marie. Take care.